I'm back for another video or whatever. I was supposed to film this video before, but I didn't really have time. I had to go to work or whatever. So I'm filming a video now. Excuse the lighting. It's dark outside, so I'm using a lamp right here, you know. I'm not in my normal setting. I'm not at my apartment, so it's, yeah, I got a shirt on. I know y'all be thinking I'm naked, but I got on a crop top. I swear. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about my military experience thus far, where I'm at right now in my military career, because I know I don't really talk about it that much, and my channel really got a lot of attention because of my military career. So I think the last time I gave y'all an update, I was on con leave in AIT, so ended up going back to AIT. I finished October 29th, so I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary of graduating AIT or whatever. I'm coming up on my 2 years of being in the military though. So yeah, I knew my hips were messed up. If you didn't go watch that video, I'm sure it's not private, so go look at that video. It was a year ago. So I finished October 28th of 2016. I graduated AIT. You know, it was lit. I was happy that I finally, you know, accomplished it, because y'all knew my hips was giving me a lot of problems. My hips to this day still give me a lot of issues, especially with running, doing athletic stuff, even just sitting for too long. Like, my hips hurt a lot. But that's besides the point. I just got promoted to specialist, so that's what kind of promoted this video. I just got promoted to specialist last weekend when I had drill. So woo woo. I was supposed to be in specialist back in May. But if you're in the National Guard, you know, like, sometimes things move slowly because you can kind of fall in the cracks. And then being that I had just got to my unit in May, and I was supposed to be there way before then, like, it was just a lot. And I was supposed to graduate AIT probably like in April, so I should have been, yeah, April of that year before. I was supposed to graduate April of that year before or whatever. So I was supposed to have been there the year before. But anyways, I don't know, like, I should have said ask me questions, which I want to know. Like, I don't know where to start with this, but I'm gonna be 100% honest as I can, talking about what I can talk about. I feel like, let me just square this away. I am in the Army National Guard, so that's part-time. That's once every weekend. I mean, 1 weekend every month, and then 2 weeks out of the summer. And then for like natural disasters, for Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma, my unit did deploy or get activated. Me personally, I only had to report there for drill or a few days. I can't really remember. But my school, being that I'm in school, it kind of helped me not have to go for that whole week that they went. But yeah, so 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks out of the summer. So, you know, that's okay. I feel like I have more respect for active duty soldiers. You get more benefits. Am I recording? Okay, I am recording. But I feel like as an active duty soldier, I have more respect for active duty soldiers, being that literally all of my friends that I met in AIT and all the people that I was cool with are active duty soldiers. I feel like you get more benefits. If you coming to me asking me what you should do, I say join the Air Force, because they treat you like a baby. I'm telling you, they treat you like a baby. I wish I would have known. I wish I would have done more research, but you know, I was just so quick and ready to go because I joined to pay for school. That's my personal preference. I joined the Army to pay for school, and that's what I'm doing right now. I don't just do the Army. I'm a full-time student and I have a full-time job, and then I got the Army. So I got a lot going on. Oh, that was so ratchet. But yeah, I would recommend joining the Air Force active duty. The Air Force actually has a National Guard too. It's called the Air Guard or something like that. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to be part-time Air Force, but the Air Force has this thing where they don't, the recruiters don't call you back till like way later. Like they take mad long to call you back. So I was just like, and the Army, they be quick with it. They be wanting people like ASAP, you know, they do anything for you to be in. So they called me back literally right away. And I was at MEPS like the week after. You see it in my MEPS video. I was at MEPS that week after I had walked into the recruiter office. And I was in the Army a week later. So if you don't have the scores, I'm going to say Air Force PT is easier. But it's more like the test score has to be higher. I mean, my test score was enough to get in the Air Force, but I took it for the Army, so I just didn't know a lot of things. It's like you're not gonna know a lot about the Army unless you're in it, and once you get your experience, and once you've been in it for a while, and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just with any job or any occupation, career, whatever. But I say if you're gonna join the military, don't do it right now per se, because a lot of stuff is about to start popping off, if you know what I mean. Like we're gonna be going to war like crazy. We already got people in Afghanistan still, but I feel like it's gonna be more. You know, even my first sergeant in my unit, he said that he just feels something in the pit of his stomach saying that we're gonna deploy, and that's coming from my National Guard first sergeant. So I can only imagine, you know, active duty. And my company is a support company, so we're support. So if support going, that means everybody else is already there. So I would just say don't join right now if you want to join to pay for school or whatever. If you join it for reasons like mine, I would say join the Air Force if you can. If you can't, join the Navy. If you can't, then join the Army. The Army has the second hardest basic training. But if I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, I got through it with 2 broke hips, but you know, I got through it. It wasn't hard. Basic training was so fun. I met a lot of amazing people. A lot of amazing people. I got so many stories to tell, so many experiences. I feel like it made me a better person. It made me less shy. It made me more well-rounded. I just really love my battles from Delta 210. Delta Company 210 in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. I love y'all to death. I loved my drill sergeants. I loved them. Well, not all of them, but my platoon's drill sergeants. I was in 3rd platoon. I was a hooligan. Yeah, we was the hooligans. So, yeah, I loved it. I loved it to death. Yeah, I met some amazing people. The military definitely will give you a lot of life experience. I feel like if you're young, if you like 18, straight out of high school, don't know what you want to do, the military is for you because it'll give you some experience. I won't say go full on, you know, I'm gonna do these years, but do probably like the minimum amount of years they allow you, and sign a contract for the minimum amount of years so you can decide later on what you want to do with it, if you like it or not, because it's not for everybody. I wish I would have went active duty in the Air Force or either active duty in the Army, being that I'm already in the Army. But, you know, sometimes I like the fact that I'm in the National Guard because I do it every, you know, once a month. But at the same time, it's like I don't be taking it that serious because it's 1 weekend a month. I feel like I lost some of my discipline that I had being out of training. I mean, obviously you're going to lose discipline, but I feel like I don't take it as serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's just a lot of stuff we do is just like pointless, and then they tell us this, but this don't happen. But that's the Army as a whole. It's very unorganized. You will find that out off rip, that the Army is very unorganized. I don't know about other branches, but the Army is very unorganized, and that's active duty, reserve, or National Guard. They slow with paperwork. They slow with everything. Slow with discharges. Slow with everything. Everything is just real slow. Am I still recording? Yeah. But it's the military period. It's just a great experience. I'm not gonna sit here like a recruiter and lie to you. There's some things where they fail. Like I said, they're unorganized. The recruiters lie to you. They tell you you're gonna get this, but you don't get that. For the most part, my recruiter didn't really lie to me like that. He just failed to tell me certain things, if that makes sense. Like, he didn't lie to me though. Like, I got my bonus. I had a $20,000 bonus. I would say if you going If you're gonna be at MEPS and they don't have a job that you research like me, then you need to ask for what jobs have a bonus, because that's what I did. My job came with a $20,000 bonus, and I was lit coming back from AIT. I was lit. That's how I ended up moving out and getting my apartment and all of that stuff and furnishing it and everything. So there are some benefits. You just gotta, and I got a GI Bill, kicker, all of that. You automatically get tuition assistance, I believe, if you're in the military, period. But the GI Bill and kicker and stuff, that was a bonus. I get paid to go to school, basically. I'm a full-time student, so I get paid to go to school. That's an extra almost $600 in my pocket. So you got to think about those type of benefits. If you active duty, you get TRICARE, but I'm not active duty, but I do get TRICARE, and it's $47 a month. I'm a single person, so it's just me on there. That's a bonus too, because health insurance is very high, and then you can get dental insurance for $11 a month. $11 a month. So, and that's through TRICARE Dental. I think it's something they just started, or they just like fixed it or tweaked it or something. But yeah, I got dental and health insurance for the low through TRICARE. That's another benefit via being in National Guard, Reserve, or active duty. You get some cheap health insurance. Yeah, I would say, if you think about, a lot of people come to me for advice. I know, yeah, I'm not the best one to answer all your questions, but if I know, I'm gonna tell you. And if not, I'm gonna just give you the best answer I can at the moment, because I don't know everything about the military. I'm about to be 2 years in November 30th of this year. So 2 years in, I'm still learning stuff. But I will say I know what I don't like, and I know what I do like. Um, so I mean, that's what anybody. We all have our different experiences. I would say they they take care of you, but then again, they don't. It comes down to them. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like once I got injured, nobody cared anymore. Like, nobody cared about me anymore. Like, as far as me being hurt, like, nobody pushed me to see what was wrong with me. When I was in AIT, little short story. I was in AIT, and that's when I hurt myself again. I told y'all before. I'm trying to make this quick. I told y'all before I hurt myself twice, the same hip. So I re-injured myself in AIT. That's why I had to go on that con leave where y'all saw that other update video on my military experience. So I had this one sergeant. She told me, I was getting ready to get my paperwork signed to go on con leave. She came in my face and she was like, "Durham, you still on crutches?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm going on con leave tomorrow." And she was like, "Oh, you not coming back? Where you live? Atlanta?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Yeah, you're not coming back, so you need to go ahead and find you a job. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do that." And I was like, "I'm coming back to finish." And she was like, "No, you're not. You're going to get discharged." And her saying that to me, being that in the military, you develop a hard shell. So it really didn't settle into me at that moment. But after that, the next day when I was on the plane to go home, I started thinking about it, and I was like, I'm about to prove her wrong, because in my head and in my body, it was telling me to quit because I was so injured and my body was hurting so much. Like, nobody knew, because I didn't complain about it to people, but my body was hurting a lot, and I was starting to get discouraged about the whole situation. Like, do you really need to do this to go to school? Just take out a student loan. But that's why I joined, because I didn't want to take out a student loan. So I'm just like contemplating whether I should quit or not. And her saying that to me, it made me think, like, don't prove her right. Don't let her make you quit. Don't let her get in your head and make you think that it's okay to quit, and prove her wrong. And that's what I did. I proved her wrong, because when I came back, of course, she was still a sergeant there, and I came back and I finished strong. Um, got my PT back up and everything after being on con leave twice and not doing anything and all of that. I ended good. So yeah, that's just a little motivation for y'all. Like, don't let them sergeants get in your head. It's a mental thing. You just gotta develop a hard shell when it comes to the army. I don't know, but I can't speak for other branches, but yeah. So far now I'm a specialist. Specialist term in the cut. But the money's, it ain't that much more pay, but yeah, the money's. But I'm retarded. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now in my military career. I try to keep y'all updated because a lot of y'all be asking me questions and stuff. And shout out to the person who commented on my MEPS video. I don't know if you're gonna be watching this, but I gave that person some advice about going to MEPS for the physical, and I was like, it's not that bad, because it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. And they are now in the army, they active duty. So shout out to you. And they got an infantry job, and those are hard to come by, and it's gonna be a difficult training. It's gonna be very challenging, but I know you can do it. So shout out to you. You got this. But yeah, you guys, that's all I wanted to say. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Share this video with your mommy, your sister, your cousin, your brother. And I'll see y'all again in the next one. Bye guys.